Hello, everybody. Welcome to the alignment and welcome to GoblinCaveTV. This is our adult version of Scooby-Doo, where just a content warning. There's going to be drug references, maybe sexual references, blood, gore, a luchador with a chainsaw. Just a heads up. This is our most adult show. We do have a content warning, and this is it. But
You've been warned.
you have been warned up front. I can completely forget to warn up front, but we do need to do that. It's an important thing. But that said, everyone's in the wrong spot too. I will get that fixed in a moment. I just realized that we've been chatting for about half an hour and just didn't. Yeah. Either way, so as I said, we have this is our adult show. We have Silenscape in the background for our background music and our background related stuff. Silenscape's amazing. I just chat with them on the weekend. They're great. They're not a sponsor, but do check them out for your role-playing needs. They do amazing atmospheric stuff. Hitokiri Chibi, just over there, did the artwork for the show, and Cat Roulette did the frames. I remember it was Cat Roulette. I actually saw on the weekend. Didn't chat with her, but I finally saw her in person. I just walked past, like, wait, I know that person. But she was chatting for her friends. I didn't want to interview. Anyway, I just come from PAX. I'm exhausted, but I'm excited. But let's go into our introductions. I do apologize while we're doing introductions because I'm going to be changing people. I'm going to move people around.
I was going to say, do you want us to try to introduce ourselves as who we've got on?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes. I was totally thinking the same. That's
not going to work because I'm going to have to move to change people.
It's all right. I already know who I have to be to do the introduction.
Yes, but I'm going to move right now when I start changing people around. So how about give me a moment? I've got to have to figure out this. This is going to want to... this is the whole thing. We're not generally set up for 3, but it's a backup. So VJ from there.
I already want to know how Dr. Oblong's gonna
be
me.
There, and to there. And I think we're good. We're good.
No.
Yes.
Oh wait, is there lag? Yeah, there's lag.
Yes, there's lag. There's a little bit of a lag between the two. Shall we start with Dr. Oblong? Who are you? What are you playing?
G'day, I'm Dr. Oblong. Today, Chibi will be playing Brianna Gentry, our Irish searcher. She has a big dog called Shadow.
Smoke.
Got it wrong.
Shadow,
as always.
just add both together.
But that is accurate.
And she likes to ride on a motorbike and investigate things. She's the one that keeps us together.
And the only one that follows the investigation.
Yeah, basically.
Chibi?
Hi, I'm Chibi, but today VJ will be playing Tracy Trace Jenkins, your crooked, who, if you happen to go to One Tree Hill, will make sure you get hit up with the right stuff.
Pretty good. That's a good one.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. No notes.
Mm-hmm. VJ?
Hi, I'm VJ Stonecraft, and Dr. Oblong tonight will be playing Uncle Marv Shaft. He does a lot of drugs, and he's a luchador.
He's the town's secret luchador wrestler.
Yeah.
And he has a chainsaw.
And I'm playing myself, a very tired keeper, but I love this game, so I'm ready for anything. I don't roll because in the Monster of the Week game, the keeper just moves the story forward and reacts to the player's rolls. We do have something special as well. You can, in our break at halfway time, we have a little showcase of like how to play the game, and also we'll be drawing a raffle essentially for if you want the stories of the game. We're actually running off the Monster of the Week story collection. We have a lot of them, and we're actually giving away a Roll20 package from that, thanks to Roll20 and thanks to the Roll20 and Bastille program, and of course Evil Hat Productions, who gave the keys to Roll20. It is the stories, it's not the core game itself, but you can also pick up the starter kit or the quick start for free. but that's about everything. If you do exclamation mark pick me, that'll put your entry into the draw, and we will pretty much draw the draw the names out at about the halfway point in our break. But I think that's about everything. I'm trying to think. No, that's about everything. Okay, cool. So we last left I'm reluctant to say heroes. I just can't do it for this group.
Investigators.
We last left our investigators in the hospital. We don't even name the hospital. Does it have to be Prospero Hospital?
No, of course not. It can be like
it could be St. Prospero Hospital.
Oh no.
Oh, this is our chance to break away from Prospero. He's not here.
He's not here. That's what I mean.
That's
We
right.
didn't name it. He's not here. What's the name of the hospital? Because
St. Trace Hospital.
St. Tracy.
There is probably a St. Tracy, but there is a map. Go check it. Go put it down on the map of like the notes, town notes, and make sure it's in there so we know. And that way, because our players actually make the game, and Prospero is not here today, so we can make the game around not being Prospero. Welcome, Carrie Smith.
Was the park we're near Memorial Park?
It is Memorial Park, but thank you, Carrie Smith. Thank you for the follow. You can also help out the players too. Every $1 donation or 100 bits donation helps out our players. It gives them an experience point, and it doesn't take much to level up. And the other way of leveling up is by failing at roll. We fail forward, so when we fail lots of rolls, we level up. Or you can help out the channel by donations, and the donations help out by paying for just amazing artwork. Well, paying Chibi for doing the amazing artwork generally, because I think we haven't commissioned anyone else but Chibi for the last few years.
My monopoly grows.
But anyway, well, let's get the audio sorted up, and let's get some. Let's set the scene. So we last left our adventurers, our investigators, in the St. Tracy's Hospital outside, like with the Memorial Park in front of it. We last left them in there. They were speaking to a. How can I put this? An old man who isn't quite there. Might have dementia. Harold sometimes was his name. Complaining about bite marks and things like that on his neck, and he's had bite marks all over his back. Of course, the nurses didn't believe him because dementia. Looking out the window to see like what could have been the cause of this, they saw a large ant mound in the garden, not directly below, but they saw a large ant mound in the garden. They thought, oh, let's deal with this. After seeing a 1-foot ant already in Betsy and shooting it and blowing the windscreen out. So it's like, we'll deal with this. And then some kids screaming in the corridor got their attention as they were ready to deal with it. Unky Marv, quick change into the luchador.
Mask. It's just a mask.
Name.
Oh, my name is El Pollo Loco del Diablo.
That.
The Crazy Devil Chicken.
Okay,
I was
Crazy
gonna
Devil
say,
Chicken.
I heard chicken and Diablo, and I was like, what it wasn't.
And tried to get their attention. Hey, let's go and build a massive ant trap.
Yeah.
But that idea was quickly thrown out the window as one of the 3 children, because it's fancy dress, they're doing a fancy dress party, which has already been established in previous episodes, threw another child down the corridor. So they have in front of them a young Elvira, a young Frankenstein, and a young mummy, the mummy. And the mummy threw Frankenstein down the corridor with such force, it was like in a movie with special effects. And that's where we left our scene, and that's where we're going to pick up.
Yeah. And so Unky Marv's gonna try and I suppose, act under pressure because I'm not trying to harm the child in any way. So I'm going to act under pressure to try and catch this mummy child in my animal control net that I stole from the animal control van. What was the name of the girl? Oh, what was her name? Because I'm in her uniform. I'm in a girl's uniform.
You are in the girl's uniform, Beatrice.
Was it like, yeah, it was like
Yes.
a D name.
Your name tag for you're also dressed up. So they're also dressed up in an exterminator's outfit, and you've got Beatrice as your name tag.
And my hair done up in a checkered ribbon. Yes.
I don't know about that one, but go for it.
Because when I used my luck, I found a random object, and it was a checkered ribbon, so I tied it in my hair.
Because you do, of course. Yes.
But it's currently covered by the mask. I'm imagining it's one of those pull down wrestler masks.
Pull down, luchador mask, yes, indeed. So I'm going to act under pressure to try and catch this mummy child in my net. Going forward.
So you're trying to restrain the mummy from throwing anyone else?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did that go through?
I haven't got it yet, but here we go. There it goes.
Oh, look, it's a success.
It's a success.
Success. I'm just bringing up my
set out to
playbooks.
do. Yeah.
Which is, what did you set out to do?
Catch the child in my net.
Okay, catch child.
So I just like straight down overhead on top of him, and then sort of at the end flick it up so that he's in my net.
As that is happening, would I have any chance of reacting to try to catch young Frankenstein before he like hits the wall and gets damaged?
How are you doing this? Describe your actions.
Like trying to like jump forward and try to catch them, so I'll take the brunt of the damage if that's the case. I don't know if they were flung down the hallway past me or anything. If they're not, then I can't.
It's up to you. This is how we do it. Like, if you can put yourself into that position, but so they'll be acting under pressure, maybe.
Yeah, act under pressure.
Because it's a quick thing, and jump out of the doorway as a child, as a Frankenstein is thrown down.
Act under pressure.
A mixed success.
Success.
So a mixed success.
9, you're going to give me a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay.
Okay, so you said you want to take the damage, but there's a worse outcome. You can either take less damage and have the child take some damage, or you can take more damage. So one less or one more? The option's there.
We're in a children's hospital.
I was going to say, we're in a hospital. We'll just go one less for me, so we'll split the damage.
You'll split, so one less for you, which means one more for them.
Yeah, one more for the child.
The child takes 1 harm.
Yep.
You take 2 harm. As the child hits you, and then what happens?
And then I from the force of the blow, if it was enough to throw a child, if I'm not able to like obviously stop them from continuing to fly down the hallway, then we kind of go until we hit a wall.
Okay, and you hit a wall, and that's why you take the damage.
Yeah.
And like you're on the wall. What's Trace doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to young Elvira and like pick her up off the ground by like her, not lapel, but like her collar or whatever. And I'll hold her up and I'll say, "What the fuck was that, you little crotch goblin? Oh shit. What the heck was that, you little crotch goblin?"
I don't know. I heard screaming and well, she's also. I heard screaming and Marv was scaring everyone, and I now. And then, like, behind, you see the mummy, like, start to turn towards you and the little crutch goblin Elvira.
Did I not catch the mummy?
Yes, you've got it, but like, it's turning towards you and.
I'm gonna elect not to see this and instead look little Elvira in the eyes and be like, okay, kid, who are you more afraid of? Some little fucking mummy kid or me?
I'm just going to say no response.
Would that not be a manipulate someone roll?
Unless you're rolling.
Yeah, I'll roll.
So I will
Hell
say
yeah, I will
Mickey. She said Mickey tried to scare
Mickey.
everybody. Mickey.
Okay, so Mickey
It's-
is maybe the mummy.
No, she was referring to Frankenstein as Mickey.
Oh, Frankenstein is Mickey.
Yeah.
Roger.
So names, notes.
Okay.
So a hit, a full success with a manipulate.
Yeah.
Then she's more afraid of you.
Okay.
As
Hell yeah. So I think what I want her to do, actually, I guess because I was just trying to scare her, I won't use any of my like. The holds are kind of if you're trying to make somebody do something. I just want to scare the shit out of her. So yeah, I'm good with just scaring this little girl.
You're ruining your
She's
future
wearing
clientele.
she's wearing just as much black as you are right now. I just want to point that one out. So are you going to let her down to run, or are you just like holding there to scare and then?
I'm gonna take her by the collar, like do it so like she like her nose is almost to my nose, and just like make it very clear like don't fuck with me, and then I'm gonna drop her.
Okay, she runs and screams and runs away. You have
All
like the scene in front of you. You have Brianna collapsed on the side with a Frankenstein, like with a Frankenstein on her, a small little Frankenstein on her. Elvira running down the corridor screaming, and you have a mummy that's got essentially collared with a dog collar and a pole, like the rope and pole thing. I think that was it.
No, it was an actual net. It was a net.
A net.
Yeah,
Okay.
for like
A
catching
net on a pole.
raccoons and stuff like that.
Okay.
So a net on a pole that I've swooped him up in. So I'm going to then check out this mummy and try and investigate the mystery to
Rip
try
off
and
his face.
yeah. So like Scooby-Doo style, pull off the mummy mask and try and investigate a mystery. Here we go.
Okay.
This is not Unky Marv's forte, but that's what Unky Marv is doing. Mixed success, hold one. Okay, one question.
Hey, what's the question?
Yeah. I suppose I pull off the mask and I'm going to ask, what can hurt it?
As you reach you pull off the rags of the mask, and they're not rags. You see a skeleton underneath, and the jaw just drops into this massive gaping hole and screams at you. It just roars. And then it just turns into almost a sand through your net and starts cycloning up away. Do you think? You remember a movie once? Fire is how you kill the mummy. Only fire can kill the mummy.
Flamethrower.
I shouldn't have mentioned a flamethrower in the pre-show.
Oh my god.
But it's now not a mummy, but like a whirlwind of sand in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Is it trying to escape or is it staying in the one spot?
For the moment, it's a whirlwind of sand.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Brianna's gonna try to get. So she's gonna get up and just check like the Frankenstein kid's okay and is actually a child.
How are you checking as a child? Are you Scooby doing this shit?
Yeah. I'm gonna like try to rip off that Frankenstein head. Or actually, like if I'm looking at him, is he wearing a mask or is he wearing like just face paint?
That'll be an investigate.
Balls.
That'll be
Okay.
a investigate a mystery.
What sort of creature is it? Is it a Karsh the Goblin or is it an actual Frankenstein?
You see, it is a mask. You see the joint of the mask around there, and the bolts on there. You can see like the gaps around the eye holes. And yes, it's a child.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna like set him on his feet, like run. And I just push him out towards like the hallway towards an exit, just away from here.
The kid stands up and and hobbles and like collapses on the ground with like and grabbing and screaming, holding his leg, holding his ankle.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's a mixed success.
Seeing this effort the child is putting in, I was gonna like, oh, for the love. I was like, scoop him up under an arm and just swing open the nearest doorway and then just yeet him onto like the hospital bed, regardless if there's a person on there or not. And then I just shut the door.
Okay. Because it was mentioned in pre-show, you open up the nearest door and you see two figures in there. Stace, Prospero.
Oh. Right! Look after the child!
VJ, I had to add it. I loved the...
So I don't know shit about fuck when it comes to kids, but I don't think this situation is normal, right? Like not.
Are you asking that to the rest of us?
Yeah. To Uncle Marv and to Bree, like child turning into like tornado of sand, not normal.
No.
Not normal Dr. Spock
Not
development
normal unless
shit.
maybe you're Prospero's child. Does he have any children? Can he he does weird shit?
He better not have any fucking children.
The bus is great.
Does this count as a phenomenon that I could investigate?
Yeah. It's certainly like children in costume don't generally turn into sand.
Yeah.
Like not typhoon. It's the other one. Okay.
Then yeah, I'm gonna like I'm gonna draw my gun. But I'm gonna investigate a mystery.
I was
I'm gonna draw my gun, but I'm gonna investigate first before I fire.
Yeah.
Well, the best way to look at a mystery is down the sights of a gun.
In nervousness, you fire.
Failure.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Through the sad creature and Uncle Marv is nearby.
No, you fire your gun in nervousness.
Oh, okay.
You don't know if it hits this it's like a dust devil of sand, but you don't know if you hit anything as it fires. But that's a loud noise in a hospital.
Oh shit, Stacy! Look what you made me do.
Unky Marv is going to go, I think we need to burn it. And I'm going to look for like rubbing alcohol or something flammable, like amongst the nurses' kits or something.
My idea was to run into, again, another hospital room. And since it's like now, aged care and stuff like that, I quickly glance around and try to find like an oxygen tank that's currently not in use, like a spare. And I'm thinking, if we could get it back into its normal physical form, perhaps you can blow this up near it.
Oh, if you roll 6 and under in any stage of this, I know what I'm doing.
I think we all know what you're doing.
As a former fire performer, someone that plays with fire and knows about explosions, I know exactly what's going to happen if you roll poorly.
Oh yeah. That's all right.
I just like swing it out to the hallway, going, "Oh come on!"
So who's acting first? Like, it's going to be a who's like. Do you want to act first before Unky Marv, or Unky Marv, do you want to try to find some rubbing alcohol?
Yeah. I suppose I'm going to try and find alcohol. Okay. There'd obviously be like nurses and stuff around. So I'm going to
They're
try.
screaming in the distance.
Yeah. Do I see like an
you see down
orderly
the
or a
corridor,
nurse?
you see a young nurse chasing after the Elvira as that ran past.
Yeah. So I'm going to run up to the nurse, and I'm going to try and, I suppose, I'll use trust me. So, yeah, I'm going to go up to this nurse and go, this is weird, but one of the children here is a mummy, like an actual mummy, and we need to deal with it. The best way to think about what we're doing is like proctology. You got to deal with a lot of shit, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to save people one asshole at a time. And now I'm going to roll.
Okay. Suddenly she stops calling out, and I will give you this, Miri. Like, I'll give you this as the Elvira's name was Miri.
Okay,
as a part of this success, and she stops out. What's happened? Oh my, how can I help? What's?
I need flammable things. Anything flammable.
This is a hospital. We don't really deal with
alcohol. Rubbing alcohol.
And she points to the other side of where the dust devil of sand is in the corridor. There's down there and to the right is the storeroom, but it'll have and she just pulls off a lanyard and it breaks in the panic and give it to you.
Cool. I'll take the lanyard and tell her to get the kid out of here.
Yeah. And she then just runs. She screams for Miri again and starts running in that direction.
Mm-hmm. Cool. That's all I needed him to do.
He just wants to do like a comedic, like open up the storeroom, hold out a hand, Prospero, hand me the idea.
So, shall we go back to Brianna?
I've had a change. Like, I've been assessing the situation, and I was like, all right, oxygen tank definitely going to explode. It's a sand thing right now. Weigh it down, and hospitals should have fire extinguishers. So I want to hose it with a fire extinguisher.
I'll ask for an act under pressure to spot one.
All right. Act under pressure.
Because this is a stressed environment. It's like, where was the news? Just to see, like, how close it is in a.
It's probably in the freaking storage closet with the other two.
You find one. It's what you hit that's what hurt you.
Oh, okay.
And you slammed into the wall, your head.
Yes.
Wait, so I do find one?
But you know that's a 6. So you know there's something wrong with it. Like, just trust me. You rolled a 6, but you still found one. So there's going to be something else.
Okay. It's broken? Okay. Can you still shoot a fire extinguisher?
It's about pressure. And if it's emptied, there's no pressure.
Oh, okay. Can I look at the gauge on it?
There's no gauge.
There's no gauge you didn't see because you picked it up. You think this is it. So for all intents and purposes, you have a fire extinguisher.
All
you
right.
have what you wanted.
I just do the thing where you pull the pin from it and aim it and like shoot.
Nothing comes out. It says made in the USA.
Can you find another one of these?
Trace.
I'm trying to make a Molotov cocktail.
Oh, of course you are.
So I
Are you
if it's
standing-
acceptable to the keeper, I have like a spare flask for Eugene on me. So I have like the flask, and I've already ripped part of my shirt strategically to use for the like fabric that I need in it. And so like I've already like stuffed that down into the flask. I definitely
I would have also taken, you ripped your clothing strategically to then get Eugene to give you his flask.
You're
As
absolutely
a-
right. I do that.
Give me a
That is
Yeah.
what I do. I go over to that second room with the door and I open it, and I flash Eugene for a second. He gives me his flask. I strip a fabric into the flask.
You were
I've got
warned
a
at the start of the
lighter.
show.
I've got a lighter. Would this be like kick some ass?
Kick some ass.
All right. I'm gonna fucking throw my improvised Molotov cocktail in this hospital full of children.
It's not just a children's hospital. Oh, wow.
Oh my god! Is that a 12? Yeah, that's a 12.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, baby.
I just love you doing this without any pluses. Just straight 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, the universe just really wants me to burn down this fucking hospital. Saint Tracy all the way, baby.
You have her blessing.
So it is called St. Tracy's Children's Hospital and Elderly Care Facility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so perfect. You're killing children
Well,
and
actually,
old people.
It goes to all like it goes to the extremes. Doesn't
Yeah,
care
yeah.
about people in
Doesn't
the
care
middle.
about the people in the middle.
Yeah, so on that very powerful moving note, St. Tracy's Hospital for Children and Old People, I'm going to take one forward on a future roll. I'm also going to inflict terrible harm.
I also forgot to do something at the start of the game. I just need to do this really quickly. Let's see. Our timer also moved. We're no longer in shadow because we have a timer.
Shit.
We are no longer in shadows. We're in sunset.
Fun.
So just as a heads up. But either way, yes.
Yeah, so I'll take +1 forward, and I'll also inflict terrible harm, which is +1. What what damage does a Molotov cocktail do?
I was trying to look in some rule books at actual weapons and stuff.
I would say 2 to 3.
Yeah.
But with a 12, I would go more towards 3.
Okay, so 3 + 1 is 4.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, we get a +1 to that. Sure.
Yeah, because she did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because she rolled a 12. She
Yeah.
used her bonus to it.
So either way, you did 3 to 4 damage. The dust devil of sand starts igniting into a fire dust devil, and before the sprinklers can put out the fire, because of course sprinklers and whatnot, the dust devil of sand just dissipates and disappears, and then the sprinklers.
At least they
I think
were.
I got it. I think I got it. Nailed it.
That was pretty awesome.
All right. Looks like we're going in an ant-hole.
So my initial plan was to like take this oxygen tank and maybe we just jam it into the ant hole and then you shoot it from a distance. How's that for a plan?
It's definitely a plan.
Sounds like a plan.
And it's all right. I made sure that it wasn't attached to any old person, so it's free.
All right. I'm going to go check out the storage closet. I don't know if this is a good idea.
As you go toward it, Brianna's like, "Oh, come on."
Well, no, I've got the card for the one with, I assume, lots of good medical supplies in it. So I
Hopefully it's a different
I
one
walk
this
past
time.
Trace with this card and just like wink.
God, I love you, Uncle Marv.
And I head to the medical supplies cabinet, open it up, take some rubbing alcohol, and have a little peruse of just whatever else is in there that might, tickle our fancy.
How good is Uncle Marv's legitimate medical knowledge, other than the illegitimate medical knowledge? Because this is actually got real names of everything.
Well, Unky Marv has been a stuntman and, extreme performer his whole life. So he's been in and out of medical care. He knows the good painkillers and things like that.
He knows the good floaty medicines.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll accept that, and you can pick some good medicine, good cool. Floaty stuff.
Yeah. So I'll just chuck that in my inventory. I now
legal
have some
drugs,
rubbing alcohol.
Right.
Let's just say a bag full of drugs.
And it was all done undercover.
Oh yeah, hang on. A bag full of legit drugs. That's great.
Yeah.
In your pocket next to the bag labeled not.
Yeah, I've got legit and unlegit.
Okay. So what are people doing? What's happening?
I think we need to. I've got some alcohol that we can yet again either Molotov or burn stuff with. So we got to go investigate this anthill. I think is our next.
Oh, okay.
It's our next port of call. So we head outside because that was in the gardens of the
garden area. I'm just if we go back to the pest control van, do you reckon he's gonna have any flammable things?
I think we've got enough.
We got enough.
I don't think we need more flames at the moment.
Brie, I had no idea you were this fucking cool.
Just kind of half shrugs and tries to play it cool. I mean, you did catch me breaking into a place.
That's true. That is how we met. Okay. You know what? You're pretty cool. You're pretty fucking cool. I'm sorry you're friends with my sister.
I mean, I can be friends with both of you. Fine by me.
Okay.
I am. It's not that hard.
Okay, but I'm your favorite.
Yeah, well, duh.
All right, let's go fucking
except for my, little niece, but yeah. That's family.
That's true.
Okay. So you go back to there was a gunshot. So there are people now moving towards this area.
We get the hell out.
There is security. How are you going to try to deal with security?
Okay, so we are heading there and we come across some security.
Security is coming your direction.
Yeah, this is Unky Marv.
I'm letting Uncle Marv take the lead because he's got the exterminator outfit
exactly.
on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm just I'm hanging back.
So I suppose I'm gonna manipulate someone to tell them. I don't want to tell security the truth, so I'm not going to pull that move. I'm going to definitely maintain my lie at this point. So let's go with manipulate someone.
Okay, so a big man dressed in a security uniform. As you turn a corner, a big man in a security uniform is running directly where you're coming from, and stops in front of you. What happened? Did you see what's going on? Where did that gunfire come from?
I think it was part of the party supplies. Someone let off a firework inside. The sprinklers started. It wasn't me. But I totally fail at convincing him.
That's like when they did the flying chair thing and the things blew up on that one. Oh, did you see that on the internet? That was horrible. Wait, is that a gun that you've got in your? Did you shoot and looking towards Trace?
It's a water gun. It's just a very realistic water gun. I was doing a water gun fight with the crotch goblins. Can I roll manipulate?
You can try. Or don't forget, you can donate to the channel. It gives these people experience. Every time they fail a roll, they're getting experience. So,
I just leveled up.
This was supposed to be a temp game. That's why we have such a quick experience, but it's entertaining in that.
11.
11, and you're still using crotch goblins as the descriptors.
I mean, to be fair, my clothing is ripped strategically, so he's probably not listening to what I'm saying all that much. So what are we trying to get him to do? I guess just let us by. Don't ask too many questions. So on a 10 plus, I turn to the guard and I say, yeah, so I was just playing with the children and stuff, just keeping them entertained. We want to go inspect this anthill. I'm also an exterminator. Beatrice here is the lead exterminator. I'm just like a trainee. So if you could just like let us pass, that would be super fucking dope.
So you don't do parties? Looking at the outfit that you're wearing?
I do parties. It's my little sister. She's actually sick up at St. Tracy's. So like I was just like checking in on her and like doing a water gun fight with the kids. Like it's kind of like a dual situation. It's very emotionally complicated.
He said, so like you hear under his voice, so not adult parties, and looks a bit disjointed. And then says, I just move along, I'll sort this out and see what's going on. And lets you pass out to the garden. Or to...
I do slip in my card though, before I go.
Which card?
It's just my phone number written on a bar napkin.
Okay.
Yes. Card.
Used bar napkin, and doesn't have like the lipstick marks from the kiss.
It's a napkin from the Peg Leg bar.
Gotcha. Because of course, yeah. So we move the scene down out of the hospital to either the memorial park or in front of the memorial park, where there is a couple of police investigating a traffic accident where the exterminator vehicle was thrown down the street through magic. Currently on its roof, and they are directing traffic around that. Also, further back up the street is Beatrice, not Beatrice, Bertha. Bertha?
Betsy.
Betsy. With the window, the front windscreen blown out and goop spread across it. Or is it? Because as you look at Betsy from a distance, it doesn't look like the goop is spread across the front windscreen anymore.
Recleaning?
Uncle Marv, I know we were high as a fucking kite when we shot out the windshield.
Still am.
But this feels a little fucked up. Like, I didn't hallucinate the goo, right? Like, there was goo.
Oh no, you definitely killed that ant. But
yeah.
Maybe it turned into dust. Like the other kid.
Or
Who knows?
there was like a really, really on the job like window cleaner who came by and was just like, let me get that for you.
Yeah, but there was
no
windscreen to clean it from. That's the problem.
You hear a from a distance as you see the rear tire just start moving down.
Oh no.
Uncle Marv,
and I just start running.
I shout after Uncle Marv. Uncle Marv, I swear I didn't slash your tires. I wouldn't do that.
As you get to Betsy, you see another as the other rear tire starts going down quickly.
Yeah.
As we're approaching, can I just wanted to look around.
Read a bad situation.
Yeah, read a bad situation.
Huh?
Are there any dangers? Okay, let's see if I can roll it.
It's so strange. There's this system you want to roll under 6, but you also want to succeed. But a 13 is not under 6. 13 is an advanced success.
Cool. So that means I get a whole 3. All right. So one question is going to be: are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? And what's most vulnerable to me?
Okay. So, are there any dangers you haven't noticed? Well, yes. And what was the last one? What's most
vulnerable to me?
Okay. So, we'll do it this. As you run out into and the seems like both back tires are going down at the moment quite rapidly. And you look standing around and it's like, okay, what you notice in the like only you notice this, but there's no, we'll do this. You feel a shiver go over your spine. Well, there's something watching you from the darkness, like something, but that's broken with like the wait. You saw an ant, like underneath the car, which they hadn't, which like they're rushing towards and they haven't noticed. And I don't know how to answer the last one. If you want to try to rephrase or ask something else. But there is something there is something you haven't noticed that like, and there's something a greater danger, it seems.
Okay, so there's something we haven't noticed.
Which is the ant. The greater danger is that shiver that went over you. Something might be watching you.
Because then the other question was like, what's the biggest threat?
Which would be the other thing.
The other thing.
Which is the unknown thing.
Yes.
Okay. Unknown thing.
Oh, I could just say time.
Yeah, great.
Yes.
I guess like to rephrase that, like what's most vulnerable to me, it's I guess like, what do I feel is going to be attacked next? Maybe like
I can tell this. The front tires.
Front tires? All right. So as we're running forward, I'm like, Uncle Marv, it's under the car. Oh, there's a bug here.
Okay.
There's something else.
It's under the car.
Under? Damn it.
Yeah, damn
It's
it.
gonna go for your front tires.
How many spares does Betsy have?
None.
So,
it's already got the spare on there.
of course, and it's probably the space saver at that. Brianna has called out that it's under the car and there's something else. So what's happening? There's also again police there, so not directly there, but not too far away.
Yeah, okay.
That's a soft warning, but don't pull out a fucking gun.
So Unky Marv is gonna,
Just heads up.
if she points out that it's under the car, Unky Marv's still in the luchador mask. He's gonna just run up and he screams, "Muslos do Trido!" which is his signature move. And he's gonna do because he's the crazy devil chicken, his signature move is Thunder Thighs. And he's gonna slide under the car, because what he does is he bounces off the rope and then he slides and tries to like grab people with his thighs, with his thunder thighs. And so he's gonna like just run and slide under the car and try and grab whatever it is under there.
Okay.
With
Don't
his
roll under
thighs.
6.
Oh yeah, I know. Don't worry, it's bad if I roll under. It's very bad if I roll under 6. So here we go. Oh. So on a 7 to 9, you do 1 harm and take 1 forward. It's pretty nice because I can do harm without taking it back now. So yeah, I do 1 harm to the ant. So I squeeze the ant with my thighs.
And you squeeze the ant with your thighs and it's crushed and you got goop on your thighs.
Oh.
on your crotch and thighs.
Oh my
now.
gosh.
Which doesn't look good.
Yeah, and I'm still going to scream it. El pollo loco del diablo never loses!
The police are now just looking back down the street too.
And a luchador underneath the car coming.
Yeah. Looks like a lowrider at the back. Just been sitting on the ground. What's Trace up to?
I think Trace sees this go down, hears Uncle Marv shout, and she's just gonna light a blunt. Like, how do you? And she'll pass it to Uncle Marv under the car. What in the actual goddamn fuck is going on? Giant fucking ants, giant fucking anthill. Uncle Marv, are you good?
Uncle Marv goes, El pollo loco does not do drugs, and puts his hand up.
Okay, well then I'll save a couple puffs for when Uncle Marv gets back.
Yeah, then he gets into the car, takes off the mask, comes back out, and starts smoking it.
Because of course.
Yes, he's got to maintain his secret identity. Yeah,
Like getting in the car, taking off the mask. The front windscreen is like not even on the car anymore.
I know.
It's not a hidden thing.
We don't question how Uncle Marv's brain works.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got giant fucking ants everywhere. We've got goo everywhere again. And we've got a fucking anthill. Can we just blow the shit out of this fucking anthill?
I mean, yeah, that's the plan. It's just we had to save Betsy first, so. Also, there's like do I still have that shiver down my back from
something
the unknown thing?
Unknown.
Also, there's something watching us.
I mean, I hope people are watching me.
Oh yeah, so you're probably used to it, but yeah, now this is like a dangerous kind of watching.
Oh, like a creepy thing. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I picking up what you're putting down. Okay. Can I read a bad situation?
You can read a bad situation if you'd like.
I would love to. So Trace is gonna look around, see if she can figure out who's like spying on her.
And remember, you've got 1 forward.
I used it.
Oh, you used it already.
Okay.
That's good.
So Trace is looking around, and let's see.
So you're looking around. I'm saying that the time's getting closer to sunset because you've been around doing stuff as well. It's been a big day, as they tend to be in this crazy town. You just feel this unease about something. You can't see whatever it is, you're just like looking up, and when you're looking around the place, and you feel like there's something watching, and it's almost that presence, and it's almost that you're next feel.
Ooh.
You also notice at this stage that I haven't been playing bird noises in the background in the park like I have every other time. There's no bird noises around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bree, I think you're right. I think there's some freaky shit going on out here. There's no birds. I feel like someone's watching me and it doesn't feel flattering. Has anybody seen anything? Anything creepy?
I mean, I did when we first came to the park, I did see a kid who's riding a bike, and they hit something that kind of dashed across. So there was some sort of other creature here. But then all the chills indicate the pest van, how it's been flipped and everything. Then that sort of happened. So I kind of left that on the back burner. We could totally just try and deal with what we know is wrong, which is the giant anthill first, and just stop that from happening, and then move on to other stuff. Deal with what we know.
That's right. Yeah. No, that's a great plan. Let's fuck up this goddamn anthill. And I pull out my gun.
With the decision of let's fuck up the anthill, you hear emergency sirens in the distance.
Okay, we've got to do this really quick.
Start dashing to the back through the hospital to the garden.
So you cut across the back of the hospital into the gardens. You see a large anthill. It's not like a large anthill, but like the hole, like it's an anthill because it's got that, but the hole is big, about a foot, or not a foot, but like about half a foot. But that one ant could probably fit in it. That size that you just squished.
Yeah, or one oxygen tank could easily be shoved in there.
Yeah, a small one, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are no ants at the moment. Yeah, it's just like
Ants at the moment.
Yeah. All right. Well, I walk up to the anthill and shove the oxygen tank in, and just make sure that a little bit of it is still sticking out the top, so that Trace can fire away at it, and then I back away.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I've only heard about this sort of thing, so I don't know how it's gonna do.
Mm-hmm. Trace hears the sirens getting louder and is like, okay, I've got to take my shot, and then we've got to fucking run. Okay, like fucking run so fucking fast. And so Trace, with her gun out, is going to point it at the oxygen tank. And before I roll, so before I know if this is going to pass or not, she's going to shout, "Fire in the hole!" And I'm going to kick some ass.
I'm going to cover my ears.
Some ass. This can only go right. Or wrong.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
A mega explosion
shit.
goes off. And like the ground just moved, like the ground shines. I probably even got a. Let's see if I can do this. No, that's. I've got to go to the other side. So there's a bit more. There's bigger than that, but anyway, a big mega explosion goes off. I'm using unfamiliar sound sets. Mega explosion goes off. Ground shakes a little bit. Shrapnel goes everybody. Doesn't hit you. I'm not that mean yet. That would have been if you mixed success. So shrapnel goes over and just shreds like the plants and everything, and just dirt. Everything flies up in the air.
So as a result of me successfully kicking some ass on 11, I am going to take one forward. Could I also, I know these are listed as different things or the same thing. Could I take one forward and then also give +1 forward to another player? Okay, then I'm going to give +1 forward to Uncle
I've already got one.
Marv. Oh, you've already, then Bree.
Okay.
So maybe we'll be able to run away.
Yeah.
Because like the police aren't that far away.
Yeah.
An explosion just happened at the back of the hospital. So, what would you like to do and how?
I would like to high five Uncle Marv.
Yeah.
And I'll even offer one to Bree because that was
I'll
badass as
High
fuck.
five.
And
All
then
right.
I would like to run away.
Yeah, and then we're gonna run and hide in bushes.
I was gonna say, like, do you reckon we should just pretend we were witnesses and like just start running through the hospital? Go, oh my god, there was an explosion out back! Ah!
There is a bike track nearby that has been established.
Yeah, and didn't we
There's a
have to
bike track that
follow
goes
it?
behind the park and the hospital.
And that's where
And that's
Smoke.
what this.
That's where Smoke wanted to take you. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we could follow Smoke's lead now and just
On to
run
the
down.
next investigation.
Yeah, and run down the bike path.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, dash towards the bike path, and I'll be like, Smoke, lead the way.
Okay. Let's run away from the cops and let's investigate a mystery.
All right.
This is more
Where
like a
did-
tracking than anything.
So, do I use the +1 forward in this instance?
If you wish to.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know how long you can save it for, but like it might be a thing if you want to save it for later. But this is just a let's follow that lead from before, which we got sidetracked on because of an ant. Now you've blown up the ant nest. Let's go back to following that mystery.
All right. I'll put it for one forward. I want to know where it went. So,
Yep.
Advanced success.
So treat it as a regular success if you do not have advanced improvements yet.
Yes, I want to
Which
know.
none of us have.
But you're leveling up all the time, so you'll get them.
I suppose for the questions, then it would be like, where did it go and what can it do?
Okay, where to go? You follow the footprints. You follow the footprints through the bush, through the back of, like, you actually end up in gardens and back of town and things like that. You see one thing which shocked you a little bit is a little bit of, like, how can I put this? Destruction in the wake. It seems to come like, and also the one thing you didn't expect is it's growing. Like the footprint started at one size, very small, but as you're following it, it's getting bigger.
Are you guys seeing this?
Yeah, it seems kind of fucked up.
You see also some leads missing animals in the wake. In, like, you see over a backyard where, like, where smoke follows the trail, shadow smoke follows the trail, and you see like a chain with a lead, like with a collar, and no animal attached.
Is there blood, gore?
Little bit, like, not gore, but like there's blood and things. And as you also see like more bikes that have been hit, like push bikes that have been damaged, and you end up
This thing really doesn't like bikes.
across town, and you see that there is a motorbike with, again, the front of the motorbike crushed. The bike's on its side. It's slid a fair distance. There's police on the scene, and this is the direction that the ambulance just came from. As you're following through, that the ambulance noise is going back towards the hospital, but this seems to be where this ambulance came from. And by this stage, the feet are quite large. Well, quite large from the very small that it started with, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I just nudge Trace and go, you know what they say about big feet, right?
Yeah, they're probably attached to like Bigfoot. Fuck. Are we gonna have to fucking fight Bigfoot?
You still got bullets, right?
And,
Yes, I'm going to say I do.
and we'll take a break from that one. An early break, but we'll take a break from that one.
I have so many bullets.
Oh, it's going to be great when you roll a failure on that gun, huh? Click, 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 click.
So many
And
bullets.
I'm overdue for it too, because I've had 2 like really high kick some asses. So
Yeah.
It's random dice. It resets every time you roll.
Yeah, but we've just been rolling pretty well. Like, not many
You've
failures.
had a lot of failed rolls today already. You've had a lot of 6s already. Anyway, we'll be back shortly. This is the alignment. This is our most adult show. You were warned at the start. If you haven't joined in our giveaway, ! Pick me, and in Roll20 you can get we're giving away keys for Roll20, which has the stories for Monster of the Week. If you've never played Monster of the Week, we're also going to be running the How to Play Monster of the Week from Roll20. It's a really quick 9-minute video for our 10-minute break. It explains pretty much what the universe is about, how it's played, and it's a really, really easy and very free-form system, if you haven't noticed. So that's going to be happening, and we've moved into Sunset, so that's a thing. By the way, the timers, the more like they progress in the timers, the more dark things get, the more extreme things get. I will say this, just as a heads up to everybody, you're one of 6. As in, you've done 1 of 6.
Oh, love that. Love that.
And you're already up to Sunset.
Cool.
Oh, thanks, Karsh.
But anyway, things get fun. The further you go, things get more extreme. So we'll be back shortly. Stick around, and we'll see you in about 10 minutes. Am I back? Hello.
Hello.
I was just explaining that if the shooting the pressurized tank went badly, it would go up and probably land on the police car or Betsy. But I think actually landing on the Tesla would have been funnier, because Prospero's not here and it's a write-off.
The Tesla's already at the lake, ridden off.
How did he get here?
We took a bus.
That's right. You took the
We stole a bus, Karsh.
You stole the camp bus.
That's
Gotcha. Okay. So the scene you were at is a motorcycle accident. It looks like the front wheel has been bent. It's on its side. It looks like it slid quite a way. You're on just a suburban street. There's a couple of police officers there. There's no sign of what caused this, though. There's no other car either. So we open the scene in suburbia in Prosperity, and no one wants to say anything.
No.
I'm overwhelmed by the carnage. Oh my god.
I'm overwhelmed. I didn't realize we had that many police officers. Like, there's the ones at the hospital, there's some here,
and they're actually doing shit.
Oh no, I will just use the same officers' names on if you're not gonna approach one, I'll do the other one. Just don't speak to both. Please don't.
Okay, so Trace rides a motorcycle. She has a night rod. So Trace is gonna go up to like not get too close, but is kind of gonna go up and try and figure out because it's like the front that's crushed. And she's gonna investigate a mystery, try to figure out what actually happened here.
Yep.
While she's doing that, can I distract the police officers by like, oh my god, what happened?
So we'll deal with the oh my god, what happened? Do you want to distract? Do you want to do a roll to convince to try to get their attention, or a sneak type to get their attention?
She'd roll like a help out.
Help out if that's a
Help out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was as you're rolling. I'm just ignoring the roll and then.
Oh. Hey, I get a mark on experience.
Oh no.
At least you mark some experience. So,
Yeah.
and what's the ramifications for failing a help out? I think it's a -1 to the other roll, is it not? The -1 forward for the other roll. I'm just
Make
No,
an 8.
No. It's just a failure, so you get to make a move. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh.
Haven't done many of that this week. Which sounds weird.
Oh boy. As Trace approaches the motorcycle
Explodes.
with so many bullets.
Basic moves. Let's see.
It just says like on a 7 to 9, your help grants them a +1 to their roll, but you also expose yourself to trouble or danger. But it doesn't say anything about the failure.
Yeah. So a failure is just a keeper move.
Yeah. I'm tempted to take something away and just have Betsy blow up in the distance, but that's mean. There's no ramification. There's just no ramification. There's no reason for it. There really
Betsy
isn't.
can't be replaced like the Teslas can. Betsy's one of a kind.
Yeah.
That's a huge ramification for like Uncle Barb.
I don't have really a move which I can pull. All I could probably say is a -1 harm, or -1 forward, or -1 to the Tracer's one instead of with the failure. There's no real move because you're just approaching.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just being a bystander approaching. So they'll just move Tracer's one to an 8, which doesn't make a difference on that one either.
So the
Yeah, so
distraction
I
just
still
didn't work,
No,
basically.
not as much as it was, but
Yeah, so I just in plain view of the officers, I did not put away my gun. I go to this crushed up, fucked up motorcycle, and I still have one hold. So I'm a little worried about asking this because I feel like the answer could be obvious, but like, what specifically like happened here? Does it actually look like there was a crash, or does it look like it crashed into a giant creature with really big feet?
it looks. You didn't go to the bike track, did you? No. So.
We just walked it.
We came from
We just
it.
walked it.
Yeah, but you didn't see the instant of the bike track.
No, she didn't.
Brianna
but you
saw at
did
least the
say
bike.
that we had
We
seen
were
a lot of
we were
other
rocking
bikes
we were
along
rocking
the
out in
way.
Betsy.
Oh no, yes, but you saw a lot of bikes. Yeah. So, it seems that whatever did this, the motorbike was riding away. Whoever did this hit the front wheel of the motorbike, causing the accident instead of the motorbike hitting them. Something larger now, has hit the front wheel of a motorcycle and bent it. And that's what's caused the accident. There's no other cars. It was in the middle of the road. It didn't run into something and bend the front wheel. Something's bent the front wheel, and that's what's caused the accident.
And do we get the impression that, because you said there was an ambulance that like drove away from here, maybe, do we get the impression that there was a person in that ambulance, or that like the cops just like, I guess I could ask the cops, but the cops just showed up and there's just an accident and there's no bodies?
Well, they're investigating the accident just like you are.
Okay. I turn to the others and I say, yeah, this is pretty like fucked up and weird. Which I know is like par for the course in Prosperity or whatever, but like pretty fucked up and weird. So it's almost like something with really big just like stepped out in front of this motorcycle and like fucked it up. And like this is a pretty decent motorcycle. Like they don't usually like crumple like a fucking tin can, you know?
Well, I think that the cops here have got all this under control. I think we've got to find this Bigfoot thing. Does Smoke have the trail?
Yeah, did the trail just end here, or?
The trail can continue if you wish.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, then continue following it.
This was just the biggest event and most recent event in the trail.
Yeah, so we're going to pick up the pace and keep following it, try to stop the next event.
So you pick up the trace. You pick up the trail because Trace is with you. You don't need to pick up Trace. You pick up the trail.
That's easy.
Alcohol, drugs. Like she's already got the drugs, but just any alcohol. Anyway, so except for Eugene. Sorry, Eugene. This is not that easy. Picking on player characters which are not even here. It's like so easy.
It's like, yeah, as we're like jogging along, it's like, you know what? I think we left Prospero and Stacy in the closet with a Frankenstein kid.
Totally did. So you pick up the trail. It winds around a fair bit again, but follow it back to the hospital area, like back to the park, and back to like. Now the police are investigating another mystery behind the hospital.
Okay, so the bike track come back, so we've looped back around.
You've looped back around.
So,
So
it seems to be like the hospital is the center of what's going on. Like this thing's gone on an adventure, but it's come back again. I think
take an experience for that.
Okay, sure.
This is a bigger mystery, but yes, that's the first time someone's got.
So Unky Marv's like, although shit's going down in town, I think we got to focus at this hospital, try and find what's going on. Now I know we're not the best at magics, but maybe we could try. I know you've got some in you there, Bree. Maybe we can use magic to find out what's going on.
And at that, you see a car pull up with a family, and a father is carrying a child who looks like they've got a cut on their leg. They're in bathing uniforms, though, like in swimmers. It looks like they've got a cut to the leg, which is bleeding a little bit.
Looks like that lake monster is still kicking.
Or there's another one. Wait.
The claw marks are small.
Yeah, like the claws of that little creature that we had but got away.
Wait, what did you do with the lake monster?
I thought we killed it.
Yeah, no. You kicked it in the nuts and killed it.
I kicked it in the nuts and I killed it.
Yeah,
you did. But then you had the body for a while. What did you do with the body?
I think we just left it at the camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might have been like a little bit of a fuck up.
We probably should have burned it.
About it. Yeah. Fire does seem to be kind of the answer to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That and usually blunt trauma or shooting. Lots of ways to deal with things.
Maybe we do have to burn down a hospital.
I mean, you don't have to tell me twice. And I pull out my gun.
There's a lot of oxygen tanks in there to shoot.
You hear police radio from behind the bushes as they're investigating the terrorist attack from a explosion.
Yeah, I feel like terrorist attack is like, I feel like that's very strong language.
The explosion.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's accurate. So we've got monsters on the loose, maybe a lake monster, a Bigfoot, a fucked up anthill. And it all like, do we just fucking burn down this hospital?
That does seem to be the thing that's like the logical solution is definitely going up there and priority.
Okay. I've got a plan, and like I look at the blunt, which I'm still holding. And I was like, so okay, I am not like 100% in my right mind. So like tell me if my plan is crazy, but like what I'm feeling is we collect a bunch of oxygen tanks not connected to people. Okay. And we pile them up and then we shoot them. But before we do that, I am going to go into the hospital and I'm going to pull the fire alarm. It's totally cool. I pulled a ton of them in high school before I dropped out. I know exactly how to do it. I was never caught. I'm just going to go in there. I'm going to pull it. And we're going to evacuate as many people, as many of like the kids as we can. So like we don't kill too many people. And we just blow this, we blow fucking St. Tracy's sky high.
We'll pulling the alarm, put on the sprinklers to stop our fires.
Is that something I would know?
Well, the explosion from the oxygen tank was more of a pressure explosion. It was shrapnel.
Yeah, well, that was outside, but
That was outside.
The Molotov.
The Molotov was fire.
Yeah, and that, yeah, okay, so maybe, but I think we have to burn the place, not blow it up.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I would say this: if you put an oxygen tank explosion into fire, it would just actually most likely just put out the fire.
Okay.
Using real physics in the game. I'm supposed to make the place real. I'm sorry. Fire performer.
Yeah, so no oxygen tanks, because that would be kind of like self-defeating, I guess. Like just really big fire. Real big fire.
Yeah, but maybe we find out where the thing is located before we just burn the whole hospital.
yeah, it would be kind of funny if we burned down the hospital and it turns out it was just like
In
Next,
the bushes.
yeah,
Next
next
door.
door in the bush.
Yeah, that's I would still do it, but yeah, no, that's fair and accurate. Okay. Can we like approach the family with like the little kid that's like scratched up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cover myself finally. And I approach the family and I
How are
say,
you covering yourself?
I open up a side door and I make Eugene give me his shirt. It's
Shut off his back,
like,
he'll do it.
And of course, he's just sitting in a chair drunk. Just happens to be there.
I will take off my shirt and I will turn it around so the strategic rip is on my back and not my chest. And I'll approach the family and I'll be like, oh my god, like were you like attacked by like a thing too? Like I was attacked, like see the rip on my back? It like scratched me really good. Like where were you attacked by the thing?
The father's carrying the child. Like, we were down the lake and like, Tommy was swimming and just like got scratched up in the reeds and it kept on like the reeds kept on pouring down, and I got out and brought him in, but like his legs were all cut up, and yeah, we just thought we'd come to the hospital and like there was so much blood at the time, but I'm just getting bandaged up.
Yeah, I think maybe instead of going to this hospital, you should go to like the patient first on Main. This hospital is like it does not have good Yelp reviews. It's gonna get really bad Yelp reviews real soon.
And the child's like, Dad, I just want. I'm in so much pain. Can we just go inside, please? Please.
Uncle Mark,
Roll
do you have some
manipulate
painkillers
someone?
on you?
Oh god. So I'm something of a doctor.
Sorry.
Um,
Go
I
on.
don't want to drug this kid. I
Just give him half of a pill.
which pill? Don't
Okay,
give him,
the
don't
legit
give,
painkillers.
don't give him LSD or anything like that. No.
so like I know I don't look like it, but like I am a doctor. I understand substances very well. I got my degree from the School of Hard Knocks. My assistant doctor here, Dr. Uncle Marvin Schopft, he's got medicine, like some really good shit. Like your child isn't even gonna feel that scratch on their leg. Just give it like 30 minutes to kick in. Maybe have like a shot of whiskey to like wash it down. Actually, don't do that. Just some water.
I have to, and starts just walking away. Like the hospital's right there. The hospital is right there.
I turn to the others and I say, well, I tried. I think that could have gone worse.
Yes. It could have, but it didn't. Well done.
Yeah, thanks. Okay. Shit, where were we?
We're trying to find the creature.
Yeah.
We're focusing
Okay.
on the thing that's getting bigger because we don't know if it's going to keep getting bigger. So at this point, since we've been following the tracks for a while, like if I want to investigate a thing, I'll investigate a thing. Let's see what I get. Success.
What are you? What tracks? What thing are you looking for?
The one that Smoke had the trail of, because through the bike trail and everything, and following its tracks and everything, did we get like a solid? Obviously, we're seeing its footprint. We know it's getting bigger. So with the footprints we've been seeing, piecing it together, is it like quadrupedic? Is it bipedal? Is it like
It's
dog
bipedal.
foot? Is it bipedal? And is it like a human foot, a dog foot, weird duck foot with claws, like a platypus?
Well, that's the
running on its like
catch.
hind legs.
It's almost dog foot.
Oh, maybe it's a werewolf. Maybe it started as a puppy, and now it's like.
Or
a
maybe
bigger.
it's that dog we were supposed to get.
That's right. Like the original reason we were put on this species in the first place.
But it's on 2 feet. I think maybe we're dealing with a werewolf.
Were-dog.
Were-dog?
I mean, that is the question. Where is the dog?
You've got more questions you can ask, can't you, Chibi, on it?
Oh, with a 10, I had 2.
Yeah,
so
you
that
get
was
2.
1, so I got 1 more.
Where did it go?
I mean, I feel like that's what we've been doing with the whole tracking thing. Do I need to continue rolling for that if Smoke has scent trail?
You hear gunfire
We hear gunfire.
Oh God.
Where?
from the back of the hospital.
Let's go there. It's gone. It's literally led us in a circle, guys.
Yeah.
You gunfire at the back of the hospital. You see 2, like you like how you're approaching. Like there's bushes around. You know, like there was police behind there somewhere. How are you approaching?
I don't want to. If they fired a gunshot, I don't think we should sneak because they might get trigger happy and shoot us. Just come out in the open and be like, "Are you okay?"
So you
That's
try
what-
to go in
that's
like
what Brianna-
friends coming in, like don't shoot type situation.
Yeah, Brianna's gonna be like, "Officers, are you all right there?" Like, I know there's a lot of weird stuff happening, and I actually have a one of my class abilities is fellow believer. People understand you've also known strangeness. Bystanders will talk to you about weird things they would not trust another hunter to believe.
Okay.
So I'm just like, there's a lot of weird stuff happening that we've seen here. Are you all right?
Did you see it come that way?
Nothing came from our direction. what did you see?
As you walk through the clearing, you see one officer down, holding his leg, big gaping wound on his leg. And the other officer with his gun out, just scanning, with his revolver out, scanning, and just like really panicked. So it was like a furry. Like, have you seen those conventions? Like, they dress up like dogs. It was like one of those.
Like a werewolf?
I think they call them
But more
furries,
cartoonish?
actually.
Okay.
He
And-
ran through the bushes and just and like his friend has got a big gash on his leg. Like the fellow officer's got a big gash on his leg.
And did the furry do that, I'm assuming?
Yeah, and then just ran off through the bushes. I don't know if I got him or not. With a costume that big, I could have missed easily.
All right. And like he was pointing obviously in which direction the bushes it disappeared into.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
not where you came from, but yeah, off to the side.
All right. Officer, I reckon you should get your partner there inside the hospital and get that seen to. That's a nasty looking gash. You don't know what sort of I don't know if they had any weird glitter or anything on their claws that might be getting into the wound. You should get that looked at.
Fresh paint, like toxic
Yeah,
paint
yeah.
for the claws, for the cosplay. Yep. So can you tell I just came from a convention? How else do you explain away things when you ignore the obvious? So where do you go? Like he picks up his. If you're not helping him, he'll pick up the other officer and start just slowly, like walking him out through the bushes and around the other side of the hospital. You see the ramifications of your explosions as well. Like there's a crater. There's a crater there. There is shrapnel in the cement and in the work of the hospital. Just it's a massive explosion and just dirt everywhere.
Are there any ant bodies?
No, none
Ant
at all.
bodies or glue?
None at all.
Any like tunnels or like, remains of
No. If it was tunnel to be collapsed or yeah.
Job well done, maybe.
Yeah. That's solved. Whatever that was, that's done and dusted. Let's
Go to
is it getting darker? Because you said we're getting into sunset. So if we're going back into the bushes again, is it a lot darker or?
It will be.
Okay, I've got my heavy flashlight, so I'm just gonna click it on and just like do a quick sweep, see if it catches any of those telltale glowy eyes in the dark.
I just scanning around. Do a search.
It's a search, I think.
Maybe read a bad situation. Could be a. What's the result of the mix on that one?
Just a
7
hold
to 9
one.
is just hold 1.
Okay. So I hold one against you, or you hold one.
Hold one to
I
ask
think
a
that's
question.
my question.
Okay.
So that would be like,
Yeah.
I suppose I'm trying to find like
You're trying
the
to find,
biggest
like-
threat.
As you said, glowing eyes.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait. Are you looking for glowing eyes or the biggest threat?
To me, it's one and the same because I'm looking now for a giant werewolf thing that I think will have glowing eyes.
Okay. To me, it's not the same thing. But either
Okay.
way, you see in the bushes, like, just you see in the, like not too far away, but just like glowing eyes, about almost 4 foot tall. It's hard to see like anything else, but just like those yellow glowing eyes in the dark.
Mhm.
Guys, I've got something. Do you see that? And I'm just like focusing the light there.
Mhm.
Looks into the light itself, eyes wide. You see a snarl. Like it looks like a wolf, at least a wolf's face, but bipedal.
Mhm.
Look,
All right.
scan down. There's sharp claws with blood on them.
Unky Marv's got a plan. It's totally ridiculous, but
When hasn't it been?
yeah. So he pulls out the luchador mask, slips it on. El Pollo, El Loco Pollo, El Del Diablo is here. He also pulls out the rubbing alcohol, and because he's in the jumpsuit, he's going to pour the rubbing alcohol onto the jumpsuit, set himself on fire, and then tackle the werewolf.
Okay.
So
I'm seeing this happen step by step. So Bree sees you pulling on the mask. She's like, all right, yeah, she's gonna wrestle this thing. And then she sees you get the IPA out. She's like, oh, maybe he's gonna squirt it in its eyes. Oh no, he's pouring it on himself. And then you get like, the lighter. And she's like,
just step by step.
yeah.
Okay, sure. Really? What the? Oh, fuck.
And then he screams, "Pues los del trueno!" and does his signature move and tries to jump with his thunder thighs at this werewolf while on fire.
Right.
Sort of off the crater, he'll like run up the side of the crater and then like jump at this werewolf.
Feet forward.
Yeah, legs forward to clamp him in his thunder thighs.
Yep.
On a 7 to 9, you do 1 harm and take 1 forward.
Okay. But I don't do harm back. Okay.
No, this move does not allow you to do 1 harm, but you get to make a move pretty soon. I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So I think I slam into it with my thunder thighs and fall to the ground on fire.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You are on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Rubbing alcohol is really burny.
Yeah, I know.
Really burny. Again, I'm supposed to make this feel real. Take 2 harm.
Yeah. Sure.
From the fire. You have done 3 harm to the creature, and the fur lights up, and the stink of burnt hair is horrific. And even those that didn't run in, you can smell that, and the creature is just flailing and screaming and roaring and howling in the darkness. Well, it's not in the darkness because it's now on fire. And falls down to the ground, burnt, well, on fire still. Shortly afterwards, the rubbing alcohol burns out because it burns really hot, really quickly,
really fast. Yeah,
and then disappears.
Yeah, so I knew I wouldn't be like on fire. That's why. Yep, but that was the plan, and so it's down. I yell out, "Trace, you want to come finish this thing?"
Yeah, Trace has already gotten her butterfly knife out of she's drawn it from the holster on strapped to her thigh, and she will run up and try and just nail this motherfucker in the head with it.
With what?
I'm gonna kick some ass.
That's what I'm waiting for.
I'm gonna kick some ass in just a second.
When you figure out
It's
where
not
your catch
gonna
is.
fail. It's not gonna fail. Okay, I'll take it.
Yep.
Mixed success. So I will inflict terrible harm, which is +1. My big knife is already going to be 1, so that's 2 that I'm inflicting on it. Yeah, and I don't get more than that because it's just an 8.
It gets to inflict harm
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
It gets to hurt me real bad.
It's down.
Oh.
Yeah. You're stabbing and cutting into a creature which is already down.
Oh, I took it all the way down. It doesn't matter.
I
This is part of the
keep
course.
stabbing it.
Yeah.
I
kick it in the nuts as well.
I kick it in the nuts. I stab it. I'm just like shouting, like, you don't fuck with my Uncle Marv. And then I brush myself off. Like, oh. And I'll reach a hand down to pull Uncle Marv to his feet.
Still on fire?
Yeah, Uncle Marv gets up and takes off the now just burnt away. But I've got my regular clothes underneath.
Mhm.
Well, overalls wouldn't have burnt away. But they wouldn't have. Like,
Too heavy duty?
sorry?
I was like, are the overalls a bit like, because they're heavy duty, so they had a bit of.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I still take them off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need to be walking around in that anymore.
Because you just don't want to be Beatrice anymore.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I keep the ribbon in my hair though.
Okay, so you've taken down the wolfman who's been attacking the bicyclists, and just stab even more so. And at that point, you feel that Brianna feels that shiver go up her spine. That thing that was watching you earlier. You hear this woof, 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 as something just flew past.
Oh dear. I kind of like instantly swing up the torch again, see if I can like and flash it around, see if it catch.
Black
anything.
sky.
Okay, guys, so there's the thing that's obviously still in the lake. There's probably more of them. That's one thing. We've sort of taken this one now as there was something big flying past. So we also got one in the air.
Oh, that's super fun.
Hopefully it ain't like a giant like it was like wing beats, or
It sounded like that a wing beat. Yeah.
at least it sounded like wing beats, so it's not like it wasn't like a buzzing kind of mosquito sound, because that would have been terrifying if it was a giant mosquito that wanted to suck our blood.
Okay, quickly changing to. Quickly changing, rewriting adventure. Sure. Yep. Gotcha. No, I've got notes. Don't worry. I'm sticking to my notes and where
Yeah.
and when.
Okay. So if Trace looks around. Okay, so like we know this town is pretty fucked up, right? Like we know weird shit happens here. What's the over under that this motherfucker is the Mothman?
Weird shit happens, but you've encountered what seems to be monsters. Multiple, just in the last day.
Where are they all coming from?
Here. Somewhere here.
You reckon there's like some underground basement where someone's like messing with this stuff?
Or maybe like one of the old people is like summoning demons. I don't know.
I mean,
You know what old people get up to.
to be fair, it wouldn't even just be an old person who could be responsible. Like little kids do that kind of stuff all the time too, and this is just a prime place for those to be combined.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't put it past that little Elvira motherfucker. Like, she could be the mastermind behind all of this.
And she was just playing quiet before when she ran away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kids are fucking smart.
Smarter than me.
Can I investigate a phenomenon?
You can.
Okay. Trace
How
is gonna
are you
look.
investigating this phenomenon?
So I'm gonna look up at like anything above my head. So any trees that I can see, like the top of like the hospital, like seeing if I can see like glowing red eyes or like anything large and looming, like really big fucked up owl looking shit. Because I'm Trace at least is pretty convinced that this is Mothman.
Mm-hmm. So no, there's no big glowing red eyes on the top of the hospital or like looking down upon you. You do know the direction, like you saw a shadow, like just like a darkness upon darkness fly past. You didn't get a look of it, but you saw where like the direction it was going. In this place, there's only one place which where this would be going. One Tree Hill.
Oh
God.
shit. Uncle Marv, don't panic. But I think Mothman is going to One Tree Hill to fuck up your shit.
Well,
All of these things are really going after you, Uncle Marv. Like first it was Betsy, and now it's One Tree Hill.
Sorry, but I thought One Tree Hill was not just from Uncle Marv, but
yeah, no. One Tree Hill's just, I assume, just a hill with some trees and some couches
Yes.
and stuff.
like a make-out point or like a drugs point. And
it's the place where the kids go to make out and then, stuff like that. Yes.
Oh
Have some
god, it's
privacy.
really important to me too.
It's your business office. I mean,
Yeah.
Where else am I gonna have my rendezvous with Prospero? Oh my god. Not One Tree Hill.
So,
All right.
as we're like doing that though, I'm also going to try and like physically drag the wolf body more into the light. So out of the bushes into the light of like, I'm guessing there are lights in the garden area to light it up at night.
Yeah.
So dragging me into the light.
They're
and
smashed.
Then they're smashed.
they've been exploded upon.
Light from inside the hospital windows going outwards.
Okay, I'll give you that one. Yes. Remember, you just blew something up right there.
Otherwise, I've got my torch. But I'm looking at this wolf thing, and I want to also investigate a phenomenon because I want to find out like what.
Can I also use my 2 hold on that
Yeah.
10 plus?
Yeah.
So what sort of creature flew past us and is going to One Tree Hill? And what is it going to do?
Feed. Bat.
Oh shit.
But when I
Okay.
say bat, giant bat.
Yeah.
I'll give you a size as well if you need.
I mean,
what-
I think Trace is always interested in size,
what-
so yes,
what day
please
is
tell
it?
me.
What day is it? We're at sunset. Is what is in time. 3 foot.
3 foot. Yeah, I never dealt with that before. So it's a really big fucking bat, and it's gonna go to feed.
Mm.
So I think the kind of face sucking that's gonna happen at One Tree Hill isn't the usual kind of face sucking. Like people are gonna die.
Yeah. And I think we need more fire. So
Yeah, and as you're saying that, I'm just like crouched down next to the wolf body. I've got my torch on it as well to give additional light, and I'm like, I had a success on the investigate and mystery, but I wanted
Yep.
to like ask like
What do you ask?
there's like 2 questions I want to ask, but I can only ask one. Wait,
You
with
got a
the 10,
10.
do I get 2?
you get
Okay,
to-
sweet. So yeah, how is this phenomenon doing this? Like, how did this creature come to be, and what could fix, cure, or slow it down? Like,
The creature or the phenomenon?
the phenomenon.
I'm assuming the creature is a phenomenon, the werewolf thing,
Ah, okay. So
because I'm looking at
so
the
you're thinking
body
the
and I'm like
creature, the body.
investigating it.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm trying to figure out how it happened.
Okay, so what could slow it down? Well, fire damage and whatnot, but it's you don't think you've stopped it.
Oh.
You've slowed
All
it
right,
down.
so the line of questioning in that particular one is what could fix it, cure it. Oh wait, it's an or.
Yeah.
So you'll only give me one of those?
I assume, yeah.
Okay.
But we need to know how the phenomena is doing this.
Yeah.
How are these creatures being made?
The
basically.
aura from this seems to be the same aura as the creature from the lake. Like the colors, the the trace elements or the traces from it, they seem to match, even though this is so different in look and feel, or in even size from that creature from the lake. But there's something absolutely linking these two.
I know what you meant when you said trace elements, but I also just wanted to look suspiciously at Trace. Like, what else have you been doing?
It wasn't me.
What other things are you cooking up?
The same color lipstick is on this werewolf for some reason.
It was Trace all along.
So, all right, whatever created this, and she's like gesturing to it. It's like, it's the same as the lake creature, so they're all coming from one place.
Yeah, it's definitely that little Elvira tramp.
What was it? Crotch something?
Crotch Goblin.
Crotch Goblin, okay. Yeah.
Which is fantastic. I had to like message my husband that one.
I don't know if I should get a merch shirt, Crotch Goblin. I do want Scooby-Doo this shit. That's definitely on the list of things.
The Crotch Goblin merch is only available child size.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, so what are you doing? Where are you off to?
We need to get more fire, and I suppose we go into One Tree Hill to burn a bat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We need to go to One Tree Hill because we reckon there's going to be victims there first. The other thing I'm thinking of is there are people who are going to continue going to the lake and being potential victims. Brianna wants to like send an anonymous tip to like the news station to say that there has been some illegal dumping of chemicals into Crystal Clear Lake and that people shouldn't swim in it, to try to keep that area clear at least of victims.
How are you doing this anonymously?
Sorry?
How are you doing this anonymously? Without the hacker.
Without the hacker.
Without Eugene here.
All right. I'll go out to the main street. Actually, no, wait, there's a hospital. Then there was like recent panic. And hospital rooms have telephones in them. So she's gonna just one moment, quickly dash in, find an empty room. Actually, she doesn't even care if it's empty, but she's just gonna run into the first room, regardless of who's in there. Sorry, just borrowing your telephone, and then she's gonna pick it up, dial out.
Just for randomness, you run into a room and there's the little Elvira.
Oh, you're still
like
around.
with some family. Just for randomness, like you run in. Excuse me, just got to use your phone, and then you.
And she's gonna call into the news station and just be like, just letting you know that there's some illegal dumping over at the lake, and it was witnessed, and that there shouldn't be any people going in there. There's already some bad chemical reactions happening to the local fauna and to the people who've been dipping in, if you know what I'm saying.
And that's the tip.
Yeah.
You might need to convince for that one.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
La, la, la. So that's manipulate someone.
I was just going to say, if Eugene was here, you know where the weather lady.
Yep. Okay. So it is a manipulate someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to get them to do something. Yeah.
Nope.
Oh no! Oh no!
I'm trying to save lives.
Trying but failing. So as
mark that
okay,
experience.
Mark that experience. Every time you fail, you actually fail forward. You get experience. And if you want to donate to the channel, every donation you do, only $100. So only $1 or 100 bits, not $100. Gives a nominated player experience. Or if you subscribe, it gives everybody one experience. And the game, I think it's 7 to level up with the amount of failed rolls. 5. Amount of failed rolls.
In this session, I failed 3 times. Only going to fail twice more.
Are you asking for a donation? Is that a hint?
No, I'm just saying I've got to fail twice more.
So, I don't know. I think I'll use a move for this one, which I don't generally do.
Oh.
I'm not going to directly do that. I'm going to do a keeper move. So we changed scenes we changed scenes to a dark laneway, or a dark road, on the way to One Tree Hill. Oh no! Oh, sorry. No, we'll keep it elsewhere. Dark laneway. A family is driving home from shopping, and suddenly they don't know what happened, but suddenly their car stops. The back wheels is lifted off the ground. The family start panicking. The driver floors it. Then suddenly the car is dropped. The wheels hit the ground and the car speeds off into a wall and has an accident. But that's off screen. Back on screen, back in the hospital.
I after giving my tip and like I don't even wait to see if it worked. I just hang up, and then I rush out. It's like, all right, I've told you.
The Elvira girl still doesn't know what's going on. Her father, who was with her, is like, "Who are you? Get out of this room! What the?"
Leave it now, bye.
There's a woman on the bed, and like you just run. Yeah, okay, that's weird. Whose car are you using?
The bus.
Mhm.
It's the only vehicle we've got at the moment.
We did steal it for a reason.
Yeah, you stole the camp bus. Gotcha.
I've got my motorbike.
You've still got your motorbike.
So you're driving the motorbike and the bus, or just the bus?
I'll take my motorbike separately.
Okay, and Shadow
It's a
Smoke,
little sidecar.
the sidecar. Does Shadow Smoke have like the goggles?
He does. So as we like get
And the
in and I'm
scarf.
starting it up and everything, I'm just like, and protection.
Helmet, goggles, scarf.
Yeah.
I don't know how the scarf works as protection, but the goggles certainly. So off to One Tree Hill, which is the make-out spot, the drug dealing spot, the place to have away from adulthood, or being adult, even if you're not. You see that it's a popular night. It's nice and clear up here. It's like the moon's now out. And like it's a clear sky. The moon's now out, which could have been an issue if there was a wolfman about.
Oh.
Oh. But as you arrive, you see a dark shape. As you both pull up on One Tree Hill and you get out of the cars, you see a dark shape swoop down onto a convertible where two figures were being adults. You can interpret it how you want to.
I just wanted to backtrack just
Yes.
slightly.
Okay, flashback.
Because you did tell me that when I was inspecting the wolf that it wasn't taken care of. And that to me meant like, I don't know if I'm misinterpreting, but that to me means that you were saying it could still come back to life? Or is it dead?
Are you asking a question? Should
I'm just trying to like interpret what you told me. Because I don't understand what you meant by that.
I was very careful with my words.
Yeah.
All right, so shove it into the
And I have been careful with my words quite a lot.
You shoved the werewolf into the bus with us?
Yeah. So that we don't,
Cool. Thanks.
you know, and strap it in with a seatbelt so it doesn't know how to get out because it's a dog.
for some reason, we've decided that buses which carry children don't have seatbelts. And, that's just the way that school buses go.
Because
And so
America.
there's
Fuck yeah.
Well, in
Freedoms.
Australia, we don't have seatbelts in our school buses
true.
either. It's
that's true. That's
for
true.
some reason that we've decided that children don't need seatbelts when they go to school. Like, it's totally ridiculous, but unfortunately, there's no seatbelts in this bus.
Okay.
And yet,
Fuck them
my
kids.
goblin actually has a child seat, full projection, and he gets out of it, and I get in trouble for him getting out of it.
I mean, okay, yeah. So I would put it to the party decision then to be like, I don't think this is like dealt with fully. Like, I know it doesn't seem to be breathing or anything, but do we want to put it into the anthill and then just set it on fire completely, or do we take it with us?
And the body.
Burn the body? All right, so we take a moment to burn the body and destroy it.
The body's already been burnt, but you mean like full on
Cremate, kind
Yeah.
of like
Mhm.
make sure it can't come
Okay.
back. Dismember it. Why not?
So before leaving to One Tree Hill,
Take care of it.
you campfire in the back of the hospital
In
in
the
the crater, because
Mhm.
there's a crater that's cleared of all
fire
fresh.
pit.
Yeah, fire pit, exactly. So let me change my description as you arrive at One Tree Hill, because there's been a little delay.
Okay.
Yeah. Those lovers are probably.
Hang on. We find a
As
new
you
car.
arrive, there's one person in the car screaming,
Mhm.
absolutely screaming her head off. Well, she still has a head, but she's screaming, she's yelling. There's other people around. They're concerned, they're screaming, and you see a black shape flying past with something dangling underneath. A large human-sized shape in the shadow fly past.
I'm just going to say something very vague and say, I think it's a male. When you're saying
I meant that a bat is carrying a male. Not that.
Mhm.
Okay.
We can get close to TRS, but not too far. And then we get close to TRS in this one. So, as there's panic, you arrive to panic, and you can see this, whatever it is, seems to be carrying somebody off, and they're screaming in the air.
Mhm.
Just
All
one
right.
shit after another.
Oh man, I feel like this could do so badly. I'm like, what
Can
I'm
I pull out my
thinking
gun?
is shoot it, and then I was going to try and use magic to like buffer the
Yes!
fall of the person.
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot the bat dude, and then we're gonna we're gonna do our best to save the guy that it's carrying off. So like I motion to Bree. I pull out my
Well, I'm gonna.
I'll try and do a Prospero.
Yeah, so I'm driving the bus, I assume, because that's so.
Because
I'm
it's
gonna,
certainly an Uncle Marv thing to do.
Yeah.
Like a bus driver.
yeah. So I'm gonna help out by doing a sick burnout so that the bus like slides
Yeah.
sideways and she can just like be hanging out a window to like
exactly.
shoot.
Yeah, like
shoot
I'm
the-
leaning out that window.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm gonna
I do have
position
to
the
ask,
bus perfectly.
campfire songs on the way out? Was that the thing?
Oh no, we were singing "Wheels on the Bus" go round
Okay.
and round the whole way up to One Tree Hill. But
yeah.
So I'm going to use my power of the heart when fighting a monster. If you help someone, you don't roll cool; you automatically help.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
nice. All right. I lean out the car window as Uncle Marv does this sick ass burnout,
You kick some ass.
and I kick some fucking ass.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Okay, so that is with my magic gun. So on a 10, I will inflict terrible harm. So that's going to be 3 harm against Batman up in the sky. And then that is my extra effect. So
You get a 1. I'd force it where you want them.
oh hell yeah, that's the last one on the list.
That's way
yeah.
That's way better.
I punch a hole in that fucking wing.
Okay.
In the bat wing. So he's gonna tumble.
So is that 3 plus a hole in the wing, or is it 2 plus a hole in the wing?
I think it's.
Yeah, you don't do the extra. You won't do the extra damage.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just do 2 in the hole in the wing.
Okay.
I think it's. Don't want him to get away. Yeah.
So the bus comes in, starts sliding sideways, out the side, shooting up. Single shot rings off, and I can get that in a moment. I'm just not prepared. That's horrible. Let's do that louder. Still not loud enough. But anyway, single shot goes off, hitting the shadow creature. You think in the wing, and it starts tumbling down out of the sky, struggling. What's Brianna up to?
Brianna, seeing that happen, is gonna hold out her hands and just be like, I hope this works. And then she's just trying to create a puff of air that will hopefully dampen the fall of impact. She's gonna try and make a air cushion.
A whoopee cushion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Success!
Over a success. As the creature is falling out of the sky, struggling, it lets go of what it's holding into the cushion of air, which saves the young male. And it starts flying out into starts flying away. Still with a hole in its wing, but now it doesn't have as much weight to carry, and it's still able to fly. Unless there's something else.
Kind of want to run the bus into it.
Run it down, Uncle Marv.
Are we Dukes of Hazzard English?
Yeah.
If the bus takes off after the creature, then Bray's she was on her motorbike and she did the spell. She's like, oh, and then she'll start getting it to follow.
Can I climb out onto the top of the bus?
Sure. I'm not going to stop you with that. How bad could this go?
Yeah. Okay. So let's use this. I've never used this action, but so we're going to go with my move. What could go wrong?
Whenever you charge
into immediate danger, you may hedge your bets with hold 2. You may spend hold 1 to 1. So yeah, I'm gonna charge into danger with the bus, and I'll inflict 1 harm to the bat, and then I will roll the act under pressure, but I take a +2 on it because of this special skill.
Okay.
So it's with my +2 for. Oh, I've still got 1 other forward. I could make this a +3 just
do
to
it
take.
if you want to do it.
Yeah, I'm still thinking of holding that.
I've got a description. If you do if you get 12 or more, I've got a description.
Well,
15. Double 6. 15.
I rolled double.
Wow.
Oh shit!
So a couple of years ago, they were building a dam up here, and the ramp is they moved all the soil into more like a ramp.
Yeah, awesome.
And that's where
kids come up here and ride their little motorbikes and push bikes off it and stuff. And I'm just riding, and Tracy's standing on top of the bus.
Yeah,
yeah.
Can I get on top of the bus?
Yeah. Awesome.
So, I mean, I've had a friend be asked, a friend's friend ask a GM, how much damage does my taxi do when it jumps over through the bush into a werewolf? I never expected to essentially have how much does a mini or how much damage does a bus do when it jumps into the air against a vampire bat. But I'm going to say, Trace, do you want to act under pressure as the bus flies into the air?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This might be important.
As Trace sees what's about to happen, she says out loud, "I don't even care if I die. This is dope as shit."
If you're gonna die, you want to die cool.
You can take the
Okay,
description
big
from there
success.
with the mixed.
Okay. So I'm
No,
sorry.
it's the keeper gives you a worse outcome, a
Yeah.
hard choice, or a price to pay.
Yep, on mixed success. So worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay.
Okay, so I'm thinking, let's move away from damage. You look like an idiot to all the people that this is where you sell, and this is where you hang out. Because I don't want to. Let's avoid that. You have a phobia. What phobia would it be? Any suggestions?
Phobia of heights as the bus
Oh,
jumps.
phobia of heights might be a nice one.
Like you're used to being high, but your feet are on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two different types of high.
Yeah.
I really don't mind.
What would I'll say those two.
Okay, so I look like an idiot.
And
In
like
the place
embarrassed in
where
front of this is
The
your
people that I
hangout.
sell to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lose some
S-
street
Basically,
cred.
Yeah.
spoil your street cred.
Yeah, no, Tracy's never gonna do that. Why didn't you just fucking kill me?
Because I could have done that too, because it's more fun.
Yeah, so no, I'll just be fucking terrified of heights. For what it's worth, Trace still thinks this is fucking cool.
Yeah, but you kind of freak out a bit. But you don't.
Yeah, no, I
but
was
you
like,
don't
oh, shit.
show it. Luckily, that's the good thing.
As the mother of all bug splats hit the windscreen and just goop everywhere, blood everywhere, and as like even the windscreen wipers are just not going to clean that crap off, as it's actually impacted and pushed in the windscreen of the bus. Like it's not through, but it's just pushed into the windscreen of the bus, and like it's all shattered inwards. And then you land. That's when we're taking harm. When we land in the air, nothing. It's when we land. I'll be nice. Only one, but still, you land hard. Brianna, what's that? What are you up to?
I was
You were
following on the
following.
motorbike.
You better have got your camera out and filmed that shit.
I mean, I've never ridden a motorbike. Can you operate a motorbike with one hand?
Yes.
Okay, then yeah, for sure. Like the moment I saw Trace get up onto the top of
Follow
the bus,
cam. Yeah. Follow
I was
cam
like,
behind.
oh god, and then I'm like taking out the thing, going, and this would be better if Eugene had his drone, and I'm trying to record it.
Someone that's also not a motorbike rider. You got accelerator on one side and you got a clutch and a brake. Is that one hand that's on the accelerator? Is that also the brake?
Yeah. You've got.
Just checking.
Oh, you've got a brake on it. On
checking,
both
because-
sides.
Because if you didn't have a brake on that side, you could follow with the camera, but you couldn't stop
Yeah.
and avoid the jump yourself. But the bus does a jump, lands hard, and the entire front windscreen is just like shattered with this massive 3-foot size like vampire bat, which is now just dead and lifeless and blood everywhere.
I take it like the bus is just completely busted. Axles busted.
Axles, everything,
Yeah.
popped wheels, everything.
Cool. I suppose we burned the bus.
Yeah, I think we pour one out for Batman and we burn the bus.
We burn the bus.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, can I make another Molotov cocktail with the spare flask of Eugene's that I keep on me?
I'm sure there's some kids up here we could get some
Oh,
alcohol
that's
off.
true. Yeah.
There would probably be empty bottles of beer and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, even better, even better.
So we end the session with the bus on fire at the bottom of the jump.
And Unky Marv singing Kumbaya.
Drinking, drinking and smoking and whatnot with the young kids and the other young adults who come here and drinking.
We're setting the bat on fire too, yeah? We're setting the bat on fire as well?
I think the bat was a part of it. And that's what
the bat is part of the bus. That's the reason I'm burning the bus.
Yeah.
They're intimately connected now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's where we're ending the session of like the Kumbaya atmosphere.
Yeah, Unky Marv borrows an acoustic guitar off some kid and just starts singing Kumbaya around the burning bus.
I grabbed some marshmallows and graham crackers from my stash. And we'd make some s'mores over the dead bat.
Wow.
That happened.
So hopefully you enjoyed the episode. This is crazy. I do have to end a little bit early today. I'm sorry. I've got to pick up my goblin from school and I've got to do a few things after that. But so it's a little bit under the 3-hour mark that we usually aim for, but not by much. But this is a weird episode. Also, with 3 people not here, I'd like to have everybody here. We're still not concluded. We are at sunset. We may be moving further the next episode.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird catch up for the others next week when they find out what we've been doing. A lot of destruction.
Wasn't there a bus? Like, yeah, don't worry about it.
Actually, I'll say this.
Vehicles do not last long with us. At least the ones with 4 wheels.
I will say this. We will be starting next episode in dusk.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a thing. But otherwise, yay. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, all the bits and pieces. And again, if you want to donate to the channel, it helps us pay for things like this, pays for the overlays, the commissions, and pays for the sound and all the bits and pieces, that we run through. And it's very much appreciated. It's how we try to fund. And if we can ever get sponsorship, I can finally pay these people for volunteering their time, because they are crazy, they're amazing and really awesome. We'll should do the normal outros while I find someone to. I'll get with this, like the One Tree Hill music, and go back to our classic. Generally, we're using Ravenloft, by the way. Ravenloft as the intro soundtracks, because it's a nice little organ. But yes, do outros. I'm going to look for people to raid. And so whoever wants to go first, go first. All at the same time.
I'm Dr. Oblong. I'm an electronic music artist, but today I've been playing a great game of Monster of the Week. I really enjoy this system. It allows for a lot of ridiculous creativity. Yeah. Never knew I'd be jumping a bus, but Unky Marv's a great stunt driver. Apparently, there's a reason David Hasselhoff hired him to do his stunt driving in Baywatch. But yeah, thanks for watching. You can check out my music at SoundCloud/Dr. Oblong. And hopefully I'll see you all next week for more carnage.
I do want to say, because everyone's going to be running this themselves, this is the last adventure I'll be doing for a while, and then everyone's going to be sharing. One of the key things about in the Keeper reference is be a fan of the players. Like, be the number one fan. Because that's the whole thing. Oh, we do. Sorry, I totally forgot something. Questions.
Oh,
Big important questions.
Oh,
Did you conclude the current mystery?
Nope.
No.
Or did you save someone from a fate worse than death, or fate of certain death, or worse?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, I'll say yes. Did you learn something new and important about the world?
All of these monsters are connected. That seems pretty
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Did you learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Bree can use magic pretty well.
I didn't even know Brianna had magic, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a totally new one for me. But with that, I think you get to mark 2. Also, you marked 3 or 4. So you did mark 3. You get 2 experience. So that is a level up for at least Brianna, I believe.
Yes. Woo!
And surely you've got to be close there with Trace.
Yeah, I level up.
Yeah.
There was a lot of 12s.
I level up and I'm part of the way through another one.
Yeah. I'm getting close to my next one.
There was a lot of 12s and a lot of like 6s and below. So
yeah.
double 6s or 6 and below.
Double 2s. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we do it as well. At the end of every session, we do that. But VJ, would you like to do your outro and where you can be found and what you are up to?
Sure. Hi, I'm VJ Stonecraft. You can find me on Twitter at VJ_Stonecraft. I'm a TTRPG podcaster, streamer, and writer. Currently, I'm writing for Cthulhu by Gaslight for a project that I can't talk about. I'm also the keeper for Love Winscraft. It's a Call of Cthulhu podcast. You can find me in the cast over at Crossroads Games with Carrie Smith and Adam Sowards. And this month on Twitch, on Sundays, you can find me streaming It's Not Easy Being Delta Green on Tavernaut, Watch Me Fight the Mythos, and The Muppets. Mondays, I'm here selling drugs. And Tuesday this month, you can watch me flirt with cryptids and Bones in the Ocean, a Monster Heart story on TTRPG. Also on the 28th, you can catch me in Vaesen on Going Critical RPG.
So there's a lot there.
Busy.
Busy.
I'm very busy.
There's a lot there, but you've done that skill
Fantastic.
well. There was something that caught my attention there, but it was so much there I couldn't even pick out what it was. Chibi.
Hello, I'm Chibi. I am an artist. I draw pretty things, like the overlay stuff here, like the background art. And I also do tabletop RPG characters, mainly for Dungeons and Dragons, but happy to do other stuff as well. And you can find my work at bespokecc.com.au. And today I was playing Brianna Gentry, who was finally getting in touch with her face side of the ancestry and using some magic.
I didn't even know you had it.
I think everyone can use magic.
Well, anyone can
Yeah.
use it, but it's just if you've got the power. Like Unky Marv could
At
try,
it.
but he'll just fail and probably cause an apocalypse. So,
Okay. That's more fun, isn't it?
yeah.
Pretty sure. Tomorrow, I will be here doing a Let's Play and doing a lot of chatting about PAX. I just came back from my first PAX Australia, where I spent 4 days walking around and standing on my feet. I got to meet some of our cast members. I got to meet Chibi. Went out for lunch. Miss Live Producer clocked up 25 Ks in just 2 days of the 4-day event. That's just how much walking we were doing. And so I'll be here probably playing Cyberpunk while chatting and talking about my first ever PAX event, and missing all the conventions and all the panels that I wanted to see, except for one. And that was a good spike of the music. That was a perfect spike of the music. But yeah, that's what I'll be doing tomorrow, and also talking about the new stuff that I bought and the people that I spoke to, the vendors, the people that are innovators, artists. We might even finally get a logo for the channel after 4.5 years. It's on the cards, and I have a card for someone to do a logo. Sorry, Chibi, it still might be you anyway, but let's face it. I'll still probably commission you anyway, because I like your work. But I got so many cards and spoke to so many people. That's what I'm doing tomorrow, and of course we're gonna have circus as well. that's tomorrow. We're going to be raiding the glass cannon, and that's the thing. And I have a lot of editing to do from last week's shows because we didn't even upload any last week's shows. So I'll be doing that this week. There was issues with the editing and my focus was on getting to packs. So now that I'm back, I'll be looking at fixing up all that as well as getting these. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, all the bits and pieces. That's kind of how it works. Anything else before we go?
Oh.
No? Okay. We were gonna raid someone, but then I found Zombie Office is live, so we're gonna raid Zombie Office because I love those guys. They are crazy as fuck, and I just love their style. And they once made a theme song for the channel, which I should have clipped, but I didn't. Because I'm professional. But yeah, take care, everybody. Have fun, and see you soon. Bye.
Bye.